If you're trying to figure out the right time to start Social Security, you're not alone. This is one of the most important retirement decisions that you'll ever make, and one of the most misunderstood. We're not talking about complicated formulas or advanced financial simulations here. Instead, we're going to approach this decision using practical tools like annuities, life insurance, and long-term care coverage, because these are the things that can support your Social Security strategy and protect your overall retirement plan. So, in this video, we're going to walk through the pros and cons of claiming Social Security at age 62, 67, and 70. And just as importantly, we'll talk about how these decisions fit into the bigger picture of retirement. Because Social Security isn't a standalone system. It interacts with everything else: your portfolio, your insurance coverage, your health, and your goals. So let's start with some Social Security basics. First, your benefit is calculated using your highest 35 years of inflation-adjusted earnings. This information is plugged into a formula to determine your primary insurance amount. That's the monthly benefit you're eligible to receive at your full retirement age, which is typically between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year. If you have fewer than 35 years of earnings, Social Security will include zeros in your record, which pulls your benefit down. That's why it's important to know whether continuing to work could replace lower earning years and improve your final benefit. Second, claiming before your full retirement age reduces your benefit. For example, if your full retirement age is 67 and you claim at 62, you'll receive only 70% of your primary insurance amount, and that reduction is permanent. The reduction is calculated monthly, so even starting at 64 instead of 62 makes a meaningful difference. The reduction is 6.67% for each of the first 3 years early and 5% per year for years beyond that. Third, delaying past your full retirement age increases your benefit through delayed retirement credits, 8% per year, or about 2/3 of 1% per month until age 70. That means if your PIA is $3,000 at age 67, waiting until 70 would increase your benefit to $3,720 per month. That's a significant difference, especially when you consider it's guaranteed, adjusted for inflation, and lasts as long as you do. Now, let's dig into specific claiming ages, starting with age 62. The most obvious benefit of claiming early is access to cash flow. If you need income immediately or want to preserve your investment portfolio during a down market, Social Security can help you do that starting the month you turn 62. This could be especially helpful if you're retiring early, dealing with any health issues, or simply want to slow down and enjoy life while you're younger. That said, the downside is steep. A 30% reduction in your benefit can significantly impact your long-term income, and that lower check will follow you for the rest of your life. Not only that, but if you're married and you are the higher earner, that lower benefit also becomes the survivor benefit your spouse would inherit if you pass away first. So in this case, you're not just making a decision for yourself, you're making a decision that could affect your spouse's income 10, 20, or even 30 years from now. There's also the earnings test to consider. If you're still working and claim before your full retirement age, Social Security will withhold $1 for every $2 you earn over $23,400 in 2025. This isn't a tax, it just reduces your benefit temporarily, but it can still affect your short-term cash flow. And importantly, this limit only applies to earned income, not investment withdrawals, or pensions or annuities. Another consideration is whether you've completed 35 strong earnings years. If you're in your peak earning years at 62, and you stop working, you may be locking in some lower income years that drag down your overall benefit. If you work a few more years, you could replace those low earning years with higher ones, which can increase your benefit permanently. This is also where an annuity can play a powerful supporting role. If you're set on collecting early but don't want to reduce your monthly income too much, a lifetime annuity can help bridge that gap. For example, if your reduced Social Security benefit at 62 is $2,100 per month, but you want a $3,000 income floor, a $900 per month annuity can make up that difference, guaranteed for life, just like Social Security. This can be especially comforting if you're worried about market volatility in the early years of your retirement. Additionally, life insurance can help cover the long-term impact of that early claim decision. If you're spending down your assets sooner by retiring at 62, you may have less to leave behind. A permanent life insurance policy can provide a guaranteed death benefit that protects your spouse or heirs, even if you use more of your savings early on. Next, let's talk about claiming at full retirement age, typically age 67. This is when you're eligible for 100% of your primary insurance amount with no reductions. The benefit here is obvious: no penalties for claiming early and no extra credits for delaying. You're getting what you earned. There's also no earnings limit at this point. So if you want to keep working, your Social Security check won't be reduced based on your income. Another big win at 67 is tax efficiency. Social Security income is taxed differently than an IRA or 401k withdrawal. Only up to 85% of it is included in your taxable income, and most states don't tax it at all. So compared to pulling an extra $1,000 from a traditional IRA, a $1,000 Social Security check often results in a lower tax bill. That means more after-tax income with less portfolio drawdown. At 67, you also have a clearer view of your health and lifestyle needs, which means this is an ideal time to evaluate long-term care insurance. If you're healthy and eligible, locking in a policy now can protect your Social Security income from being overwhelmed by future care costs. A hybrid life/long-term care policy can even combine protection and legacy in one product, allowing you to preserve your income while still leaving something behind for your family. Now, let's talk about delaying all the way to age 70. And this is where the strategy really shines. By waiting until 70, you receive the maximum possible Social Security benefit. If your full retirement age benefit is $3,000, waiting until 70 would give you $3,720 per month. That's a 24% increase that lasts for the rest of your life, and it's inflation adjusted, guaranteed, and immune to market performance. But the value goes beyond just bigger numbers. When you delay it to 70, you're creating a stronger foundation for your retirement plan. You're reducing your reliance on investments and building a more predictable income stream. You're also giving your spouse a higher survivor benefit if you pass away first. Most importantly, by maximizing your benefit at age 70, you minimize the severity of failure in your financial plan. Let's say your Social Security check is $4,000 at age 70, and you want to spend $4,200. If your investments perform poorly and your portfolio shrinks, you only face a $200 monthly gap. That's easy to cover with a lifetime income annuity, which can provide exactly that missing piece. This means that even in a worst case scenario, market losses, longevity, unexpected expenses, you still have a high, stable income floor. If you're drawing down your portfolio more aggressively in your 60s while waiting to claim at 70, life insurance can help protect your legacy. A permanent policy ensures that even if your savings drop, your spouse or children receive a guaranteed death benefit. It's a way to offset the opportunity cost of waiting for a higher Social Security check. And what about the growing risk of long-term care expenses? Even a $4,000 Social Security check won't go far if you're facing $100,000 a year in nursing home care. That's where long-term care insurance becomes essential. It protects both your monthly income and your savings. Hybrid policies are especially attractive for many retirees. They offer long-term care benefits if you need them and a death benefit if you don't. By integrating these tools, annuities, life insurance, and long-term care insurance, you're not just delaying Social Security to get a bigger number. You're building a resilient, flexible retirement plan that accounts for real-life risks. You're setting yourself up with a strong income floor and reducing the financial stress that can come from unexpected events. So what's the right decision? 62, 67, or 70? The truth is it depends. Your health, your need for income, and your spouse's benefit, your investment performance, your risk tolerance, all of it matters. But by understanding how Social Security interacts with other tools and assets, you're in a much stronger position to make an informed, confident decision. No matter what you choose, make sure you're aligning Social Security with the rest of your plan. And if you want to take the next step, check out the video I've linked here. I'll walk you through simple strategies to help you maximize your Social Security benefits.